Okay, here we are live in my room in Thorncliffe, Calgary, Alberta. This is the Invisible Soldier. This is Guy Somebody coming at you live. So this right here is Makayla Roxanne Taylor Jackson and her husband John. What's her last name, John?
Jackson.
Jackson, that's right. Of course.
It was Taylor by birth and O'Sullivan.
So what I'm doing here is I'm just interviewing these two about a couple experiences that they've had. So how are you guys doing at couchsurfing right now? How would you like to describe your experience, guys?
You can thank Facebook for that. Not like as an enabler, but what do you want to call it? It's the thing that... Yeah, internet. I don't know.
Explain this to us, guys. We're interested here.
Just not that bullying by a lot of things.
Yeah?
Whisper, Facebook, I don't know. Calgary, people from Calgary, they're using it as like their, what is it called, the recycle or the trash bin for people, like those kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
Things that have already been through recycling and can't be used or have no purpose anymore.
So it's difficult, in other words.
And no, that's not me being hateful because I'm not getting what I want and throwing a temper tantrum or hissy fit or conniption or meltdown or freaking out. It's just, and it's not a reaction if it left those things out of the list or the reason or meaning or like the title or label for how I'm feeling or thinking. It's just me comprehending how life is going, that's all.
Okay. And John, what role have the police played in all this thus far?
Misunderstanding and communication.
That's it.
Yeah, and then other people trying to take some sort of authority or like, what is it called? People who aren't officers or pretend that they're not, that are known to their friends, they take a passive-aggressive approach at trying to be some sort of defense attorney, but in the contradictive opposite scale of their what the productivity in their life is for or to make.
Okay, and now the other people around you that are in the same position, what's your opinion of people on AISH and stuff like that? Do you think that's fair that people that have mental illness get resources from the government? Now, neither one of you, as far as we know, has any mental illness or is yet to be diagnosed. Do you think that's fair? And what do you think of those people? Are they also enablers, or do they tend to come to your rescue, or what do you think of them?
I don't think anything of them. It's like me having 2 jobs or being employed twice and then going to remand for 11 months underage for stabbing a police officer. It's the same thing. The tax money that I had went to the food and the electricity and the water and hydro and the security and parameters that they had there to keep me in there while I was there. So it's the same thing, I guess.
Okay.
Except for I don't really know what you do once you become on some sort of government funded or government sponsored or government channel or like sort of funding. I don't really know because I don't remember ever being on it, so, or receiving it.
Okay, my next question is, would you guys like to receive government funding, being that all you have to do is get the resources after you get your ID and your Alberta healthcare?
I've been on it before. Not that bad, but you know, they judge you if you get in a shelter because it's not a home.
Right.
And they cut me off, so it's not a very good feeling. Like, I like to work.
It's probably because you're married, and it's because you remain married, but you choose to run away and stay in the shelter or homeless shelter, or a cold, the Alex, and not have a job, and then receive government funding on no residence of like home.
No, I've been trying to get that.
Yeah, and they're telling you that you need to get rid of your marriage and file single. Do you want to get divorced or separated? Okay, then let's not talk about that.
Okay, my next question is, are you guys actually legally married? Do you have the paperwork to prove it?
Yes, we have a contract. and paid the money downtown. But no, we're not going to show any paperwork or anything else because it's none of anybody else's concern.
Okay.
But yeah.
Are you guys within your marriage? Are you planning on having children?
Yes.
How soon is that happening? Or I guess you're obviously planning on getting a place first, just to start.
Well, we need some stability. Yes, we need a house.
That doesn't provide stability. That's just.
And John, I'd like to
housing.
concentrate on you for a second. You are a street artist, and is that what you plan to do for money, or would you like to get a job on top of that?
On top of that, street art is always street art. I can always do that.
Right.
I can do anything. I've done anything and everything. I'm capable. Whatever I need to do, I can do.
And I have another question for you guys. Now, this isn't my thoughts, so don't come down on me for this. Makayla, you're currently 19 years old?
Yeah, apparently according to Whisper, I've been 19 for 3 years, but whatever, I don't really know. That's just all the people that have been going and coming back that have done drugs or dope and came back and quit and done it again and have hung out with me or haven't hung out with me in the last 2 years that don't believe that maybe if they're running on a Mexican calendar to the length of a year, that or a Mayan or some other hemisphere's calendar of what they say the length or measurement of time for a year equals or is equivalent to or from or by or made up of with, then they would realize I am 19 now, that my criminal record or my criminal history, my own, of me or on me that the government has or Canada has, especially in Calgary and in Alberta, it says that I'm 21 years old for the amount of time and the things and the list of things that I've done.
Okay.
So, but whatever. It's not whatever.
So, John, now you're 44 years old. Can I ask you a question? Have you guys ever been said by anyone to be too far apart in age? Do you feel that way, John? Or do you feel like you're robbing the cradle a little bit? Or do you feel it's
People say
natural?
that, but age doesn't really matter.
Right, okay. Because now, Makayla, your father's only, what, like 47 or so?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not really sure what year he was born. I just know the day and the month.
Okay.
Yeah, he never would tell me.
So, Makayla, I want next for you to talk to us about your father. Now, what's his name? Or you don't have to give away his last name, but what's his first name and what's his occupation? You said he has some criminal activity going on?
No, he's a musician and truck driver. He's a contractor. And like for infield and outfield and long haul trucking, but the oil field is the infield and outfield thing.
Right, okay.
Mhm.
Now, sweetie, now didn't you tell
He's
me?
self-employed too.
Now, didn't you tell me that he had a gun?
Yeah, my name's the gun. Makayla. There's 7 letters, and in the first 4 there's AK. So 47.
Okay.
He does own a gun. Yeah, many guns, but like weapons or like firearms or a 50 caliber. Yep. But that's not important. I don't know what this is going in the video for. But
No, we don't know his name. His identity is anonymous. But okay. But the trouble is that what I'm here to do as the invisible soldier is I'd like to talk these people down out of what they're doing into something maybe a little bit more applicable to gaining a little bit more traction in society as opposed to doing
I don't know
something illegal.
Fine.
Because I think
add Jim Bob Taylor on Facebook and ask for some Hillbilly Express merchandise.
Okay.
For gear or t-shirts, hats, tubes,
Yeah.
sweaters.
It's too bad I look like something between Ron Howard and Stephen Molyneux. Otherwise, he'd probably like me. I'd have to grow back my beard.
Oh my god.
Anyways, that's just me there, the cameraman. Anyways, back to Makayla and John. So now, when you guys have some doubts in your relationship, I notice you guys fight a lot, and you told me that you've had the police come and had to break you up and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they've also
but
taken us together too, with pointed their guns at us and like kicked us out of a basement of a house that was for rent and for lease. By Madigan Drive, behind the dollar store and the Dairy Queen, they came in and kicked the door in the basement, the very back room, at 3 in the morning, took us out, and then they gave us a ticket, like a fine, and then put us in the back of the same cop
Actually,
car
we
and
didn't
took us
get
to the
fined.
mustard seat.
We didn't get fined. They just brought us to the seat.
Oh yeah, I guess they brought us to the mustard seat and they didn't. I thought they wrote us tickets. Oh no, it was because I was wanted, and they said they didn't want to deal with it that night. Yeah, that was fucked up. Yeah, I don't know. Yep.
Okay. Now, you guys don't have to answer this if you don't want. You can just say pass if you don't want to answer this, but how are you guys' sexual relationship going with each other on the road? You can say pass if you like. Or you can say it's going good, not so good, could be better.
Well, we're not having sex right now, and I don't have sex, so we don't have sex. Like, as in... anal?
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Thumbs up as in, like, no thank you. Oh, it sounds like my father's V6 in the Jeep. Put your foot on her! It's still not gonna do anything but growl and roar. Going up a hill.
Well, if you guys have anal sex, is this something you're ashamed of?
Me and my father in the Jeep? I don't really think that would happen. We were in the back of his Jeep one time to go to Denny's in Motor Village at Banff Trail, though. 27th of December last year. But the anal thing? Anal is not happening. No, that's gross. In the bum. That's an exit. I don't just like it. No, no thank you.
Okay. Okay. Well, it's just sort of odd that you brought it up out of the blue like that.
I don't know. Intercourse is good.
Okay.
Or as long as it's not like when you make one hole out of all those holes, then just no. But if it's the other, if it's what I'm thinking the other way, then that's okay.
Okay. So, do you think that you have? Would you say that you have a lot of charisma? Do you think you're good at kind of seducing people or kind of sequestering people into doing what you want for them, Makayla?
Now I'm confused. That's all I have to say for now.
Okay. What about you, John? What would you like to do? You have anything further to say?
No, nothing right now.
Okay.
Not at this time.
Okay. Thanks for the interview, guys. Have a wicked night.
Arrivederci. Adios.